स्कूल अभी अभी खुला था। हमने सोचा कि धीरे धीरे हम सामान्य हो रहे हैं। हमने अपनी परीक्षा की तैयारी भी शुरू कर दी थी। पिछले एक साल में हमने जो कुछ भी खोया, हम उसे दोबारा कवर करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। फिर अचानक सुना कि कोरोना वायरस वापस आ गया। सभी जगह कई लोग मरने लगे थे।
It seemed as if the pandemic was ending at one point. And then it all changed over a fortnight for worse. When I look back, despite our long humanitarian experience in terms of challenges of hunger, job losses, education loss issues, which would severely pull back children from contexts of survival, learning, and be protected, I think it's that long experience because of which we took a leap of faith. The fact that we could reach more than 1.5 million households or about close to 7 lakh children, it's primarily because of extreme tenacity and resilience shown by each member of this team. Now again, with the infection reaching remote hinterlands and growing at rapid speed in rural India, leaving people grappling with medical emergencies, lack of test facilities, lack of even diagnosis and then post facto cure, we are almost back to the same situation again, having to reinvent humanitarian support as we have known and at rapid speed.
The public health system was overstretched, nearly on the brink of collapse. There was acute shortage of hospital beds, ICUs, testing facilities, and most importantly, oxygen, which is a critical life-saving intervention. Medical equipments, including oxygen delivery systems, have never been a strong area of work for Save the Children in India. There was an inherent risk of impacting the respect, brand, and recognition of Save the Children. The challenge was not only to procure and supply these equipments in large numbers, but to also ensure quality of these products.
I, along with Save the Children, have been working on something very specific, a breath of life.
Save the Children airlifted and delivered 700 oxygen concentrators to 64 government health facilities.
आज सेव द चिल्ड्रन एनजीओ की तरफ से हॉस्पिटल को जो 5 ऑक्सीजन कंसंट्रेटर दिए गए हैं, इसके लिए सबसे पहले मैं इनका धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करना चाहता हूँ.
We faced a number of challenges, overcoming the state-wise lockdowns and most of all, the safety and security of our staff.
Usually humanitarian responses are outward facing, but this disaster came really close home, with so many of our own staff and their family members being personally affected, many of them facing the loss of loved ones. This has almost brought us to a crossroads of sorts where our entire organization and staff and members were almost in some sense forced to put our own needs before those of the communities.
So our primary objective was to make sure that community-based COVID management. What we did is we activated the COVID task force in communities.
I'm part of Community Wellness Task Force. We are reaching to community through phone calls.
Save the Children is linking these vulnerable populations from rural villages, tribals, IDPs, refugees to the nearest public health facilities, making them access to free health services including COVID testing, treatment and preventive vaccinations.
With surge in second wave, we have also seen that there are a number of children who are stuck in home when their parents are in hospital or isolation.
We've been advocating with the government to ensure rights of children under COVID response, and we are focusing strategically on ensuring rights of children who've become orphaned due to COVID-19.
work does not stop at reaching children. Rebuilding lives is very critical. Recovery of children and parents with the right resources, with the right opportunities is what our midterm and long-term strategic goal is.